Hey homies and home slices, welcome back to another Vlogmas video. Today I want to make pancakes. I've been craving pancakes for the past 2 days, so I thought I would make them. I did try to make them yesterday, but I hadn't charged my camera, and as soon as I started recording it died. I couldn't shoot on my phone because I wanted both cameras to make nice b-roll, but that is fine. We're here today. I'm going to make the healthier version, the one that uses sort of bananas and oats instead of like flour and oil, etc. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the recipe pretty much calls for 2 bananas, 2 eggs, half a cup of oats, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and then syrup and fruit of your choice to serve with. We're going to start off by blending the bananas, the eggs, the oats, the baking powder, and the salt. So that's everything in a blender. This is a very quick recipe. I don't think I've ever made them like this. It's saying just combine all the ingredients pretty much, blend it, allow it to stand for 20 minutes, and then fry in a pan, pretty much. Okay, I am mad at that. I'm gonna bring my blender closer and pretty much just load up all the ingredients into here and blend. I'm gonna start off by prepping all the ingredients that I need. I wish these bananas were a little bit riper. I do wish they were a little bit riper, but I think we can still use them just fine. Please, why is this so hard? It's like sealed to the max. Anyhow, Vlogmas is Vlogmasing. Guys, this thing is so hard. Yeah, it's very hard to keep up with all of this editing, but we're gonna keep at it. Initially I was thinking, you know, if I miss a day, then I miss a day, and that's fine. But after having given it some thought, I kind of feel like, you know, where I've missed uploads, I want to make that time up. So really just keep to my commitment of 25 videos in 25 days. Even if it isn't one video a day, if sometimes I'm uploading twice a day, then I'm going to do that. So I think I've missed like 2 uploads already, which is fine. I've got I think 3 videos in the bank now, content that I've shot that I just need to edit. So I'm going to edit that as and when I can. But yeah, I think what I'm challenging myself to is at the end of the 25 days having 25 videos up. So that is what we're going to aim for. So I'm just going to roughly chop this banana to make it easier to blend. I'll put it in the blender there. Let's move this out of the way. And then I'm gonna measure out my half a cup of oats. Oh no, what I do? I made a mess. Whoa, it's messier than I thought it would be. So got my oats here. I know this is messy business. Okay, oats in. Let's just clean this up. sure. You see that Taylor Swift released a remake of her 1989 album. I'm keen to listen to that. I used to love that album in my younger years. So I was like, oh, I want to see that. I got my 2 eggs. All I do in these vlogs is sing awful renditions of songs. I'm sorry. Just love to sing. My only problem is that I just can't sing. So you guys are just gonna have to deal. And then they want some baking powder. I think all my baking stuff is up here. Baby bought the step stool, bought me the step stool, and I was so offended when he bought it. I was like, what do you mean? Why do you think I need a step stool? But now I use it every single day. Oh, I'm starting to think I don't have baking powder, but I definitely thought I did. Yeah, I don't. So it's not gonna rise. It's rising. The recipe doesn't call for this, but I also like to add cinnamon to my pancakes, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. But yeah, I don't have baking powder, so I'm not sure what to do about that. I'm just trying to figure out what I can use instead of baking powder. Because I definitely thought I had, but it doesn't look like that. Baking powder substitute. But you know, when you ask for a baking powder substitute or anything substitute when you're baking, they'll just give you like random things that you like. I had a higher chance of having, baking powder than these random things that you're telling me to use. 10 baking powder substitutes you can use in a pinch. Okay, if you're fresh out and looking for, so let's start with the basic. That's essential for fluffy pancakes, and towering cakes, basically. Okay. Plain yogurt, I've got that. Yep, your go-to breakfast can salvage that last minute. Yogurt has acidic, which makes it great. Use. I don't have baking soda. Ouch. But maybe if I just do the yogurt by itself, because everything they're suggesting, they're saying club soda. Is club soda the same as sparkling water? Because I've got that. Cream of tartar. I don't have. Okay, I do have self-raising flour for pancakes. It's all telling me all of these things need baking soda. Self-raising flour. Come on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try the plain yogurt situation. I was gonna put plain yogurt on top of my things. But yeah, I think we'll have to try it within the actual pancakes. So let's do that. Okay, so we're going for the plain yogurt trick. They're telling me half a cup can do the trick. I feel like this is equivalent. Do I need to measure out? Oh, I feel like this is the same thing, honestly. I'm not gonna put it in the cup. I'm just gonna put it directly in here and just hope for the best, you know? Because everything was telling me baking soda, baking soda. I don't have that either. Like, it's exactly what I was saying. They suggest these weird things. You're like, where am I gonna get that? If I don't have baking powder, why do you think I would have baking soda? And then the other thing was like just self-raising flour, which I do have, but my whole thing was trying to avoid going the flour, oil, eggs, milk route with this sugar, etc., etc. So I don't understand that. So I'm just gonna do this and hope for the best. So I'm being sleepy. Let's close this up. Make sure it's in nice and tight, and then we blend. This too much. Why am I so weak? Ay, pero, qué pena, estamos como la. Literally, you guys, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll be right back when I open this. So yeah, all done. The perfect consistency. So the recipe said we should let it sit for some time, so that's exactly what I am going to let it do, is sit for 20 minutes. Cool. Okay, so 20 minutes is up. So what I'm gonna do now is add some blueberries into the mixture. Also gonna make a kind of a blueberry compote situation to put over, and then I'll serve it with some yogurt and the blueberries on top. So let's add our bloobs. Only got a few left over in here, but then I also bought a top up yesterday, so that should come in handy. So I'll just put the rest of these leftover ones inside my mixture. This is my favorite because then they like cook, and then as you put your fork in, they like burst with goodness. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more for inside, not too many. And then I'm just gonna shake this up again just to make sure they all kind of distribute and sink to the bottom, so they're not just all within one pancake. ready to go, I think. Let's get to frying this up. If I was a smart girl, what I would have been doing already is heating my pan, but apparently I'm not a smart girl, so I'm just gonna heat up the stove. Now get my pan out. Quite hungry now. It's like 3. No, not 3. It's 2:30. I haven't eaten all day. I have this bad habit of like not eating breakfast, and then yeah, I get to a point in the day where I like have a headache, I feel shaky, I'm like, why am I? And it's because I haven't eaten. But I also have this thing where I don't like feel physically hungry. I don't feel like hunger in my tummy. You know, people like their tummies will grumble and they'll feel. I don't feel that, so I literally will ride it out thinking I'm fine, and then at some points I've got like a headache, I'm feeling shaky, I can hear like my blood, I can feel my blood sugars low, and I'm like, oh, it's because I haven't eaten. So that's not very smart of me, but it's fine. We will eat soon. Let's just wait for this pan to heat up, and then I'll put in some oil, and then we can get to frying our blueberries. Kind of simultaneously to that, I'll also start to make the blueberry compote, which usually will add water, the blueberries, and some sugar. I'm going to use honey instead of the sugar. And then I actually might just do the blueberries and I'm not going to do the honey. I'll do water and blueberries just a little bit to sort of warm up those blueberries, because I think there'll be enough sweetness in the pancakes from the banana. Okay, that's a plan. The pan should be hot enough now, so I'm gonna add in my salt, not my salt, oil. We're adding in oil. Just do a little bit of a drizzle of that, nothing too major. And then got my mixture here. That should be nice and combined. I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir just to make sure that my blueberries have distributed in the way that I want them to. I don't want them to be sort of lumped up into one, just one pancake. That would not be ideal. So, looking forward to that. And then we're gonna go ahead and make our first few pancakes. So, just gonna make sure that the oil is nice and distributed here. I hope that's hot enough. There's nothing worse than putting in a pancake and the oil is not hot enough. So I'm just gonna maybe give it a few more seconds or minutes, and just to make sure that it's nice and hot, so when we put it in, it's automatically like ready to go. Y'all mustn't laugh at my second camera setup here. It's gonna do the job. Okay, that is feeling nice and hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of the mixture into the oil. Oh, not quite hot enough, but it's fine. We can let it heat up. I'll do 2 pancakes at a time, so it's not crowded. Oh, I made a mess. I'm crossing fingers that the whole sort of plain yogurt situation works and they become fluffy and tasty and delicious. I'm sure they'll be tasty because the ingredients are pretty tasty. It's just like yogurt, which is nice, lokunjan, which is nice, bananas are sweet, so it should be fine. But let us see what ends up happening. So they are beginning to cook up quite nicely. I think I had put too much oil in the beginning, so I did sort of dump out some of the oil. But yeah, you know, the first like batch that you fry in the pan isn't always going to be the best. But these are starting to cook, so we're going to wait for the batter to start to bubble on top, and then we'll flip it over. Okay, so we have our bubbling, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip these two over. Nice. Yes, they look beautiful. They're a little bit flatter than what I expected, but it's because of the lack of baking powder. But they still look really delicious, so I am happy. What I'm going to start doing in the second part is making my blueberry compote. So all it is really is warmed up cooked blueberries. I'm going to add a little bit of water to form a syrup, and then we'll pour that over our pancakes and yogurt. So all I'm going to do is add in about that much of water into the pot, let it boil, and then I'm going to add my blueberries and just pretty much boil those. Pancakes are done, and as you can see, they look amazing. I got one giant pancake because I thought there wasn't enough batter to make two, but turns out there probably was. Now I was going to do them with some yogurt and then the blueberry compote on top, but since I've already put a whole thing of yogurt inside, I don't want to do more dairy. I have a milk allergy. I'm not even lactose intolerant. I have a full-on milk allergy. So I do try to limit the amount of dairy I take in. So I think I'm going to leave it to whatever's already inside here. What I have done is I did fry up a slice of bacon. So I'm just going to do the bacon on the side and then the blueberry compote on top of the pancakes. So like I said, all I did here was boil a little bit of water and then add in the blueberries and wait for those to sort of burst and thicken the water, etc. So I'm gonna aim, because I don't have the yogurt. Usually it would be nice over the yogurt, it would just kind of melt into the yogurt, but because I don't have that layer, I'm just gonna try to primarily just get those cooked blueberries rather than the sauce. Let's get some of the sauce in as well. Oh, that looks good. And there it is, fam. There we have it. Oat and banana pancakes with a blueberry compote. These pancakes are so good, y'all. Please go try this. It's so good. Anyway, thank you for watching until the end. I hope you try this recipe. Let me know if you do, what you think of it. Also comment below and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to make. Otherwise, I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace out, forever. Just look at all that goodness, you guys. So good.